man, shut up. Didn't I say shut up? Bet that rooster will think twice before crowing tomorrow morning. Coffee's ready, guys. Let's start the show. Good morning, crew. How is everybody this morning? It's Monday. Here we are, the dreaded Monday. Oh, I don't know, guys. It's just, yeah, it's going to be one of those days, I guess. And so I'm glad to be here with you guys. Have to lift my spirits. Good morning, Leanne. Already I'm getting yelled at. Get off the lawn. At least now we could say there's a lawn to be seen, right? That's snow's pretty much gone, thank God. Good morning, Susan. How are you? Ms. Pinky, hello, hello, hello. Good morning, Janice. How are you this morning? And then we've got Sir Pomp here. Hi, Pomp. How's it going? Good morning, Sage. Hello, hello, everybody. Hi, Heather. Good morning. So good to see all you guys here. Are you guys all ready to face the day? I really wasn't. I don't know. Good morning, Michelle. But I've got you guys here to help lift my spirits. What a way to wake up on a Monday. Just, whatever. We'll just, it is what it is. So did everybody have a great weekend? Mine was pretty, I don't know, relaxed, I'd have to say, which is awesome. It's nice to have a relaxed weekend for once. And thanks for everybody who showed up for the minis last night. Seeing me put together, I found out what was wrong with the train track. Some glue accidentally got underneath a section that's supposed to slide. So I kind of had to pop that off and do some repair and got it working. Because I'm thinking, what the hell? Why isn't this thing moving? And one little slip with some glue and that's it. That's usually me with super glue. You're wondering how come your fingers just stuck together. And it's, it's because it dripped on your finger. You didn't know it. It is 2:04 a.m. because your time's changed. Yeah, the time change messes me up terrible. So first morning after the time change. Yeah, it's terrible. And it's supposed to be a beautiful day today. So I'm hoping, I don't know. Of course, my spirits are always listed after we do the crew. I'm in good spirits after that. But we are going to be in the 60s today. So that's a reason to celebrate. Oh, I know. The community sticks together. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I just missed my bowl and poured concrete all over. Not defeated. Good morning, darling girl. Oh my God. So yeah, it's Monday. That's all I got to say. It is Monday. And no rain in sight, thank God. But it's supposed to be almost 65 today. So I'm down. I'm down for that. So maybe I can get something accomplished outside. That would be nice. Of course, that would be me, cleaning up, the mess from the dog. That's always a pleasure. But it is what it is. Yes, I'm going to open up the windows and the doors and just fresh air, let the house air out and get rid of the winter funk. Somebody's out there hot rodding. I don't know if you guys heard that. Wow. Hot rodding on a Monday morning. The only part with the time change is also sucks is changing all the clocks. Oh God, I dread it. Gotta go around and change all the clocks. Good morning, girly. How are you? Good morning. Gonna just like at work, do forget daylight saving time. Yeah, I know daylight saving. I wish we would stop doing that. That we were discussing it, me and my dad, and I was saying there's no reason for it anymore. And there's a lot of states that don't even acknowledge it anymore. But no, well, New York, you gotta be, gotta keep freaking around with the clocks. Yeah, I know. Sage the joy of pets. Well, because we get so much snow, she doesn't make it all the way to where the grass is. So, and we have a large section of our back that's blacktopped or paved, or however you guys want to say it. But yeah, so it's landmine city. So I got to go out there with the hose, and I always pour bleach all over to disinfect and wash that down. So I like it because it makes the days longer. It just seems that way. Really, we don't gain or lose anything, except it just screws up our schedules. Just leave it the way it is. Stop playing around with the crap. I know, and Heather, you need to stop eating concrete. It weights you down. I opened up all the windows in the bedroom Saturday and got a bunch of fresh air. It was so nice. Oh, it is, isn't it? I love it. And my husband's like, "What are you doing?" Because he's always cold. My husband's like the typical old man, but yeah, I said, "Oh God, it's so nice to have just the nice fresh air." Be like me. I didn't change most of my clocks in the fall. Now they're all correct. We do that in the truck. Leanne, we do that in the truck. My husband, because we always forget how to change it in the truck. And my husband goes, "Are we going to change?" I go, "No, just add an hour. You'll be all right." It's full of roughage. Yeah, I'd say that would be roughage, Heather. Really rough. Talk about a clean colon. Wow. But yeah, you got to change like the bedroom, the alarm clock, and otherwise you get all screwed up. And so, you have fun doing that. Popping in until my meeting. I can pop in afterwards. Okay. Big Monday meeting time. Yay. I don't miss any of that stuff. I really don't. And I don't say it, just to, rub it in. Everybody that's, has to go to work and deal with that crap. I just don't miss any of that. You get, actually, my husband ran into a buddy of his that he used to work with. And my husband was the maintenance supervisor at a dealership here, a local dealership. And he runs into one of the mechanics, and the guy goes, "So when you coming back?" My husband just laughed at him. And they didn't really know why my husband left, most of the people that he worked with. And he told, well, because the manager liked to micromanage all of his employees, and it's, don't tell somebody how to do their job. You were hired because you knew what you were doing. And then you've got a babysitter tagging your ass. And there was a bunch of other stuff. And my husband pretty much just told him where to go and where to shove it and left. Good morning, Demon. How are you? And it's hard, because the owner is like clueless of what's going on. And it's, I told my husband, I would have told him. I would have right up to the owner and said, "This is what's going on. And, I like my job, but you need to fix this or I'm out of here." And that's just not what happens over there. So that's all right. You just move on to bigger and better things. Thanks for posting the link, guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, guys, check out the merch shop. See if there's anything that you like. Oh, Pinky, by the way, I love the new song and video you did, Me and the Dragon. That was fun. Thank you so much. I finally got to fly on my dragon. And I loved how you incorporated the cemetery scene. That was cool. Papa's getting some lunch. What are you getting for lunch? I'm probably going to have leftover homemade Chinese food that I made over the weekend. It's just quicker. Heat it up and there you go. Now I'm a dragon rider. Yes. Quick change artist too. I noticed how the outfits changed as it was going along. It was funny. I said, gee, first I had it in a skirt, and then I had pants. It was magic. But now I'm with the rest. I'm a dragon rider. What'd you get, Pomp? Anything good? Anything yummy? I'm drinking lukewarm coffee. You know, you're jealous. I woke up so early and I'm like, nope, I'll just lay here for a while and contemplate what kind of trouble I'll get into today. And I go over, the mental list of what needs to be done and what I'm actually going to accomplish. The list just keeps growing. Now, if I could just have the energy to get it done would be fabulous. But on a positive note, the burning in the arms has finally subsided. Oh, God, thank you. It'll return tomorrow, though, because we're supposed to get rain tomorrow. This is the worst times when, if you have like, fibro or any kind of a pain syndrome, the change in the seasons is horrific. It takes so long. Good morning, Vicky. How are you? I'm doing good so far, Vicky. Little depression set in this morning, but that too shall pass. Usually it's gone by the time I'm done chatting with all you guys. Lukewarm is called Clack Cold here in the north. Yeah, well, it's, you transition and it's, oh my God, it's just terrible. And it takes us, a couple of weeks just to acclimate to the new season. And then we're good for a while. Sage is doing the morning checks. All right. Hopefully everything works out. You know how Monday usually is in technology. I definitely have to get it. And I've got to do some research and find a camera so I could do the close-ups. I hate it that you guys can't see the close-ups when I'm doing the miniatures because you're really missing out on it. And I get so frustrated. Good morning, Roger. Ooh, you're early, Sally. I can't stop as I have calls to make, and then must organize my room. Oh, that you could just listen. Just listen. That's all. We'll talk you through it. Mrs. Prism, good morning. How are you this morning? Use your ouchies for a career change. Become a weather forecaster. Oh, Heather, I'm telling you. I know when the rain's coming or when the snow is coming. I always tell you my body's controlled by the barometer. So it's, when you get the old folks used to say, oh, we're going to get some rain. I got to feel it in my knee. Well, yeah, that's what I feel like. It's like, yeah, my arms are on fire. We're going to get rain today. I say, yep, it's a coming. Or, oh, it's like I feel it in my back, or, it's everybody's got it. Some kind of thing. Or, I'll feel, the burning and I'll tell my husband, we have rain coming. Why is it? My whole body's on fire. Something's on its way. I'm good. Hope everybody is fine too. We're living the dream. Let me put this up here on the screen. Kapow. There it is. Living the dream here. Well, that's what I tell myself. Living the delusion. How about that? Maybe that's a better way to put it. But we'll be cool. We'll make it through another day. Always find something to get ourselves into trouble or get us going. So anybody do anything fun over the weekend? I hope so. I think we all get caught up in internet land too much, and I try to make it change the rules this year. It's Friday nights and Saturdays and Sundays. I just try to live life instead of sitting in front of a screen. Last year, that was just overwhelming. It really was. Ooh, Vicky for 1 month. That is beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. We're going to give her a little good. Here it comes, guys. Good morning. Thank you so much, Vicky. I appreciate it. And yes, hopefully many more to come. As long as I can manage, I'll keep it going. Good morning, V team. How are you? Happy Monday to you. Happy Monday, Andy. Yee-hoo! That if you're not awake, you are now. Should turn that into like an alarm clock setting. I definitely hit with a hammer then. Oh my God. Actually, I should probably change that up and make it with a cowboy swinging his hat around. That'll get the attention going. That's why I always say, if you guys are asleep, you're not anymore once I hit that button. It's one hell of a way to wake up. So let's see, over the weekend, I don't know. Let me see. What did I do? I did, well, the usual cleaning, cooking, prepping stuff for what was Sunday's show. Worked on some of that miniature, and it's coming together so cute. It's going to be fun putting it together the train. That's how you wake me up. And you wait. Let me reread that. Holy shit! It's early. That's how you wake me up angry. Oh, and you get a little bit of yee-hoo. How could you not smile after that, right? Nope. If my alarm makes me mad, I refuse to get up. I swear for years, because I hated having to get up so early. Whoops. Sorry about that. Forgot to shut that off. Yeah, I would look at that clock and I'd say, I'm going to just, someday I'm going to throw you right in the driveway and run it over with the truck. And I wanted to do that for years. And of course, now that I don't need to wake up to the alarm clock, only when I'm doing the shows in the morning, I can't get rid of the alarm clock because my husband needs it. But that was always the thing. I'm going to hit it with a hammer and then throw it in the yard and run it over with the truck several times. It would have brought me so much joy. Let's see. What was that? Change it to Sage Rat with a cowboy hat. I like it. Oh, yeah. It can be done. That was alarm number 2. Yeah, no. Well, and I was bad. I always used to smack that snooze button to the very last second. Yeah, hit the snooze. I was famous. Famous for that. Thanks for popping in, Roger. Hopefully you get something accomplished today and have a good day. Yes, snooze, smack that snooze button all the time. But I do like the clock that we have now because it's cool. It's one of those ones where it projects the time on the ceiling. So it just makes, you don't have to worry about looking over it. It's right there. You just open up your eyes and there's the time on the ceiling, which is pretty awesome. And then before we used to have 2 clocks, one on each side of the bed. Now we just have that one and it's up on the ceiling. And you're like, yeah, okay, that's what time it is. You're lucky Jimmy reminded me about the time change. Oh, I know. I don't pay attention. I really don't. It's bad. And of course, on your phones, it automatically changes. So then when you look at your phone, I'm like, wait a minute, they don't match. Oh, yeah. I was supposed to change the clocks yesterday. Now that this stage of life, I just try to live each day for whatever it is and try not to pay attention to time. I hate living my life according to a set schedule. So it really stinks. But then you've got some people that have to have that schedule. They've got to have that, I don't know. It has to be, everything's got to be set every day, that routine. Living life on a routine really sucks. And so when people say, well, we want to do this or do that, let's schedule it. And I'm like, no, okay, don't do that, because my husband and I pretty much fly by the seat of our pants when it comes to doing things. So, like, say it's like today, gorgeous out today. And if, we're both home, I'll say, come on, let's go hop in the truck and go up north, or, let's go fishing, or, it's always a last minute. And it's nice, but it sometimes it's difficult. But I'll say, like, because last year, nope, I can't. I got a show. Nope, I can't. I got a show. He used to get a little angry about that. So this year I says, okay, I'll just make sure nothing on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. So, he doesn't get all mad. Well, I wanted to do this, but you got a show. Yeah, I know. I know. Oh, did Jimmy have a show? I think he had a show last night, right? I usually catch it. Last night, I don't know. Excuse me, my goodness, the yawn just popped out of nowhere. I was jumping around last night. I was trying to get things all squared away, and I had no idea who the hell was on and what was going on. But we are back to Monday, so that means now we've got to know what's going on. We got to pay attention to what's going on. Do a mobile show like Bill. I plan on doing some of that more often, Leanne, this year. Just, turn it on every now and then and say, hey, this is where we are. Especially when we start doing the cemetery stops. Of course, I'm going to be filming, but it's hard to do lives filming through the cemetery and, doing an investigation at the same time, because it's just, And you see what Bill goes through. He's got to move the camera all the time. It's just, if I had, a couple of extra sets of hands, it would be great. But yeah. You deserve a weekend with your hubby and some time to yourself. Yeah, I had to remind myself about that because, like I said, last year, it was a little mad. And then when we would go away, I would bring everything with me to do a show while we were away. So if like we were up at the lake, I would be doing a show from the lake. I get it all set up, at the kitchen table. And he'd be outside and I'm inside doing the show. Which I didn't mind doing because it was nice. I mean, I wanted you guys to see where I was and what we were up to, but it kind of, it crimped his style, That's all right. He got over it. Of course, there was a lot of times he said, well, I'm going to go do this. I said, okay. And he'd leave. And I'd be home here working on stuff. Just like I'm starting out in April's issue for the magazine. It takes the whole month to get all this stuff together. So I spent a lot of time doing that. It was a public holiday today here in South Australia. Pain in the butt. Oh, what was the holiday? So pretty much everything's closed, right? Because that's what happens here. When we got a big holiday, everything's closed. The roads are crammed with traffic because everybody's out and about doing something. And we get a lot of, like President's Day. Okay. So everything's going to be shut down for like President's Day? Really? Okay, whatever. Always some kind of oddball. I always have to check. Okay, what the hell kind of weirdo holiday do they got set now? It's just, they just make all this crap up. I don't know. And it's just annoying because usually, you need to go to the bank or the post office. Adelaide Cup. Okay, yeah, I need to get you a few more articles. You know what? Paige, Sage, pick whatever you want to do a story on. That would be great. There's a few things I'm going to look up, see what we can throw in for April. But just, hey, fly by the seat of your pants. How do I get my doggy pick up for the magazine? Put it in my Discord, Heather. I've got a section in there for pets. Just post it in there or post it in the general chat, wherever it's easier for you. And that's where I'm going to get them all from. Everybody put them in the Discord. And then I'm going to collect them and do some doggy pics. And kitty pics and bunny, whatever pet you got, we'll put in. I think it'll be cute for spring. Because remember, we've got April is spring and Easter. So we've got two things going on. So we'll be looking up, and April Fool's Day. So, oh boy. So there's 3 things that we've got to look up and put in the magazine. And I always try to pick the spooky side, you know what I mean? I'm like, is there a spooky side to April Fool's Day? Good question. Now we have about 3 months stretch without holidays after the time change, so you could feel like a zombie for 3 months. There's always stuff to fill in. Okay, wonderful, Sage. I appreciate the help. And also, anybody in chat, if there's anything that you'd like to know information about, like a folklore or a story or anything like that. And it doesn't have to be all paranormal. It could be just in general. Throw the ideas out there and we'll see what we can come up with. Good morning, Steph. Good morning. How is Steph this Monday morning? Just lurking, can't chat. Well, that is just unacceptable. I'm sorry. Tell them at work that you're busy. There you go. Probably stories about April Fool's jokes gone wrong. Oh, yeah. It's what I love about doing this is because when you come up like April, who come up with April Fool's Day? How did that originate? This is stuff that we don't think about as we're growing up, because it's just something, oh, it's normal. It's April Fool's Day, or some kind of weird thing, or where does this stuff come from? So that's when you start searching. My coffee has a doubly tough job today. She's two-fisting it. Is it because every now and then my husband will say, "Well, how did this, thing come up?" I go, "Gee, I don't know. Let's look that up." Because it's just stuff that you just grow up saying and you never think about where it started or why people say this stuff. So that's the part that's fun. Or old folklore, spook stories, or just stories in general. Like, where the hell did they come from? I'm working too, but what they don't know won't hurt me. Exactly. You just do it on the sly. That's why I love it when the lab that I worked in for years, they didn't give a crap what you did as long as the work was done at the end of the day. I'm like, oh, that's all right. Because I always just tell everybody, because the doctor used to say, well, gee, is your job too rough on you? I said, please, I've got like the easiest job on the planet. In my office, I got a TV, I got a little kitchen thing set up. I said, I could do whatever I want. As long as that day's work was done and out the door, they didn't care what you were doing. So I'd be watching, game shows on a little mini TV and doing my work at the same time. And it was great. Some people play great April Fool's jokes. Yeah, they do. Some people really go all out. I mean, they really set the whole thing up just to pull off the joke. It's, and it's usually worth it. My grandma was born on All Fool's Day. She was a horror. Talk about the ribbing. Oh, you were born on April Fool's Day? You really weren't supposed to be here. It was a joke. The Idols of March. So yeah, you got to find out, where these sayings come from. Who the hell, like, for the long when you say don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. That's an old saying. I'm thinking, why would they say that? It's kind of stupid. But I looked it up and I'm thinking, oh, back in the in the old days there, Western time, whatever you want. Water was scarce, so they would fill up the tub one time. And of course, the father would come home and he'd be filthy from working in the fields all day. So he would bathe first. Then he was usually the mother and then the older children, and then the baby was last. So that explains why these babies all got sick and passed, because they were bathing these kids in dirty water. So that's where it came from. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater, because it was so mucky that you wouldn't be able to find the kid. I think, well, don't you think it's kind of backwards? You'd think that the baby would be bathed first, then the other kids, then mom, then dad last, because he was the dirtiest. But nope, they did it the other way. And then you're wondering, why is my baby sick or got, some kind of weird disease? It's because you just bathed it in a puddle of mud. I mean, Yep, used wash tubs, yep, to clean things, including kids, yep. And like I said, you hauled, you had to haul the buckets of water into the barn, because that's usually where they had it set up. filled it up or heated it up, filled it up, and then, so it wasn't convenient to dump the water every time. So, and that just it makes my skin crawl. You're taking a bath in water that's already been used. Whoa. And a lot of people won't even take a bath because they go, well, I'm sitting in my own filth. I get that, but you have the bath, you're relaxing. But I always, after that, would stand up and then take a shower. So it's kind of like a double duty there. But yeah, if you had to pack your water, you use water dirt. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's not like they turn a tap on and there you go. You had to usually haul it from the well or the creek, heat it up, and then fill up the tub. That must have really sucked. It must have took forever. Oh God, it must have took forever. Not for nothing. If it was me, I would just jump in the creek with the bar of soap. We used to do that when we were kids, when we were up at the lake, summer vacation. All of us girls used to go down to the docks and jump in the lake and wash our hair. Well, it's not great for the water or the fish. That's what we used to do. It was actually kind of fun. Of course, I'm sure a lot of people don't do that anymore. Probably get in trouble. Well, you can't do that. You can't wash your hair in a lake. What the hell's made of you? So that's, the sayings like that, old sayings, and you're thinking, okay, where did this come from? Old West bathhouses first to get bath paid the most, and then prices went down, which each user, yeah, I can see why. Whoa, dirty. Well, it's only been used about 12 times today. You want to have a shower or have a bath? Oh, yeah, sure. Let me jump in. Oh. You were better off staying dirty or doing a dirt bath. I mean, geez. Good morning, Marie. How are you this morning? And then now, yeah, people freaking shower what 2-3 times a day sometimes. So big advantage. We sometimes don't realize how good we have it. That's right. Washing machines, microwaves, dishwashers, everything at our fingertips. And wear our fingers out. Yeah, exactly. See, I'm a very flexible person. So if I didn't have those things, I would make do with what I've got. And I've always been that way. I think I told you guys, like, before when we first got married, I didn't have a wash machine. We couldn't afford one. So I had a washboard and a tub, running water, and that's how I used to do my laundry. And then hang it all out on the clothesline to dry. And everybody's like, you do that? And I go, yeah, I do. And I still have the washboard. I have it hanging in my kitchen as a decoration. And I get the question all the time, gee, did you actually use that? I go, yes, I did when we first got married. Of course, now, good Lord, I wouldn't be able to survive it. Being bent over the tub, scrubbing away. I'd be all crippled up. But you got to do what you got to do, And nothing, it worked pretty well, amazingly enough. But yeah, if the people today had to do that, holy crap. I don't think they'd survive it. Like I always get my chops broke because we don't have a dishwasher. What do I need a dishwasher for? There's 2 of us. That's really just I mean, during the holidays, it would be nice because I really do have a huge load of dishes, but I always tell everybody, yeah, I got a dishwasher, and I hold up my 2 hands. This is it. We don't have a dishwasher, and it takes quite some time to do dishes. Ordered a mini dishwasher. Now we can't wait for it to arrive. They have some really great ones that go on the counter. Because I thought about getting one of those. I'm thinking, well, no, it's why? It really does. It takes me not even 5 minutes to do dishes. And the hot water feels good on my hands. We had a rough iron ceiling hanger. Love the old traditional ways. Oh, yes, yes, in the older homes had those, where you used to hang the stuff. That is cool. I love that too. Growing up, we had an old clawfoot bathtub. I still have one of those, Sage, the clawfoot bathtub. I didn't change it out because I like the way it fits with the decor in my bathroom. Several years, didn't have hot water due to plumbing problems, and my dad refused to fix it. We had to heat the water on the stove. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, that sucks. But I do that when we go camping. I heat the water on the stove or on the campfire. So I say, I'm very flexible. I really don't care. So glad I don't have to do laundry by hand. Yeah, it's when you're younger, you don't mind it. Grandma had the first wash machine in town. It had to be on the back porch because it was run by gas engine. Cold water, clothes froze. Oh, my mother-in-law had the one where it had the wringer thing at the top. You used to wring the clothes to get the water out. Because I remember the first time seeing it and thinking, what the hell is that thing? And then she used to roll it into the kitchen, hook it up to the sink, and do the laundry. I'm like, oh my God, look at that. It was just I thought it was the coolest thing. Good morning, Julie. Never had a dishwasher. Yeah, the dishwasher is attached to your arms. Because we were in a gathering one time, and my cousins, they all got all that stuff. And she's like, where's your dishwasher? And like I said, I held up my hands. I go, here it is. You don't have a dishwasher? I go, no. The hell do I need one for? I bought it for my flat because I had no space for drying, but I have high ceilings. So ideal in winter. Yeah, it's awesome. And I love it when people go through old homes like that and have that stuff. Because I remember when I first saw it, I'm thinking, what the hell is that for? And then the person doing, the adventure through the home explained. I'm like, oh, brilliant. And it was usually like in the living room area, near the fireplace. Excuse me, which made sense. You hang your clothes up and it dries. But like I said, they have like the mini ones where you could put them on the counter, the dishwashers. And I'm thinking, oh, that's cool. And I'm thinking, well, and then it takes some counter space. So I said, I don't want that thing. Yeah, freeze dry the clothes. You're right. Well, we used to do that a while back too, where it was still cold out, where we'd hang the stuff on the clothesline because you want that fresh smell. I mean, the clothes were frozen, but so they kind of like, like you said, freeze dried, and then you'd bring them in and then finish them off. My mother just got a dryer about 10 years ago. She's 82. Yeah, see, that's what it is. It not when you get older, it's the convenience. Because you think, 82 years old, you don't want to be dragging on a basket of wet laundry out to the clothesline. So I could see that at that age. And we're still got stuff going on in our yard, so we had to take down our clothesline, which sucks because I do miss that. So we dry everything in the dryer, and it's not the same. It's convenient, it's quick, but you just don't get that fresh outdoor smell. And I don't think there's anything better than sheets dried outside. Oh, it's just, and then you get into bed at night, it's like, oh, it smells so good. So I'm hoping, now that we are in the spring cycle, I'm gonna finish fixing the roof on our shed and putting all that crap back in there, and then putting the line back up so we could dry stuff outside. I had to have a dryer with all my kids. Yeah, you got to keep caught up on it. And of course, the only thing I end up drying outside would be the sheets and the blankets because it's our washer dryer stuff that's in the basement. So I have to go down 2 flights of stairs. It's very difficult for me to do laundry. So it's going to be really hard for me to drag heavy, wet stuff upstairs to dry it outside. When I broke my back, my husband got a dryer. Yeah, you got to do what you got to do. I would always hang my clothes. I mean, we have a drying rack and stuff in the house if we need to. You set it up in the bathroom, but there's nothing like hanging them outside. Now I have a wash machine and a dryer in one. I love it. Just put the clothes in and you're done. Yeah. Yes, I've seen those, which is pretty cool. I had a cat that used to try to steal used dryer sheets and would lay on them. I got to hide the dryer sheets because my dog will eat them. I don't know what the hell the deal is, and I didn't figure that out until after when she went potty, and I'm like, what the hell is that? You see it, I'm like, oh my God, she's eating dryer sheets. What the hell's wrong with this dog? And then she would steal them. So I had to tell everybody, watch the dryer sheets. She's going to eat them. Bedding and towels are always better on the line. Yeah, they are. Like you take a shower and you grab a fresh towel. Oh, it's just so great. I have a drying rack to hang on the door. Just drag it outside to hang on the porch. It's good weather. Yeah, so there you go. Which is actually a good idea, Mrs. Prism. I never thought of doing that. Just taking the drying rack and put it outside. That's awesome. We have just got a new dryer that uses less power. Yeah, mine's energy saver as well. But I mean, it's like I said, it's in the basement. Everything's in the basement. And I could have had everything put up here upstairs, but then I would have had to get rid of the clawfoot bathtub. And that's where the washer and dryer would have to go because that's where the water and the drain is hooked up. And then on the other side of the bathroom, like I said, I have a very big bathroom. I would have to install a new shower stall. And it just, that would have been ideal, but it just never happened. And I kept saying, well, you guys, I'm going to have problems later on where I won't be able to get to the basement. And now here we are. And so the laundry gets piled up because I can only do a little at a time. I had twin tubs once, old thing, the spin on a thing. Also did wash in the bath. Stood on a load like it was crushing grapes. Oh, there you go. Well, that's where the washboard comes in handy. They make things that will fold your clothes. Yes, I've seen that. Can you imagine that? I mean, when I first saw that, I think, come on, how lazy are you? You can't fold your own shorts. I mean, oh, Jesus, I have a drying rack for inside and 2 long lines outside. Yeah, we had the line. Like I said, I had to take the line down because, well, one, the tree that we had attached to fell over. It was my neighbor's tree. And it was in the way at the point where we were doing a garage demo and stuff, so we had to take it down. And I have yet to put one back up. I put some stuff on a hanger so that you can hang stuff outside. That way, yeah. I have 50 feet washing line outside in the summer, and I fill them. I used to too. It was just filled, and we put everything out on the line. And then I didn't mind it because I could haul all that heavy, wet stuff. But now, oh God, it's really rough. Time for the morning coffee crawl. Drag yourself in there. The coffee zombie. Watch out for the hag. She's waiting. She's lurking. But definitely, yeah, I intend to put up a new line. And at least get, like I said, the sheets and the blankets out on the line. It's so nice. But I never thought about it. And it's so obvious. What a dork I am. Putting the rack outside. So guess what I'll be doing? I'm going to be putting the rack outside. Of course, I'll have to put it in a section where the dog can't knock it over. Yeah, she will. She's a holy terror. I've got to put up a running line for her, and I've got to take some stuff down. I have some decorative stuff up in the yard that she'll get wrapped around, so I got to remove that. And of course, we're kicking around the idea of a pool. My sister wants a pool again. I said, well, then you better cough up the money because I don't have any here. So that means where I have the new fire pit area, I would have to take all of that out again because that's the only place we could put the pool. But I agree with her. If we're going to have a bad summer this year, the pool is a must. So I said, you guys are gung ho. You buy it, you install it. I'll swim in it. I need to learn save my energy after my burnout. Main reason for the dishwasher. But I work with fabrics, so that's folding clothes is second nature. I don't. I just. It's amazing the gadgets that they have on the market today. It really is. And we have my husband has a cousin. If there's a kitchen gadget out there, she's got it. And she buys stuff just so she can say she has it. Because I always say, oh, well, that's really cool. How does it work? Oh, gee, I don't know. I haven't used it yet. And she's like owned it for like 10 years. I'm thinking, really? So I break them on her all the time. And watch out for the wind doesn't steal your clothes. Well, then you got to put the clothes pegs, you got to put them on there. Which, God, I've got a whole basket of those. I got to find out where the hell those are. God only knows. That's right, Marie. Wake up, get it going. I don't look at me here. I'm sorry. I apologize. Yawn. Oh my God. I'm still trying to wake up. Well, I first woke up at 4 and I'm like, oh, screw that. That's just too early. And then I woke up again at 6 and I'm like, well, okay. So I just laid there and checked my phone, see what was going on in the world. And then I decided, I better get my butt up so that I can get my day started. And it's supposed to be nice. And I just, I want to be able to get outside for a little bit today. Get a little fresh air. Got to enjoy that 60-degree weather. I think I should just get a patio chair and set it out in the yard and just sit there. That's pretty much what I want to do, but that doesn't get things done. Got to dehair the dog today because she's just a big shedding mess. I vacuumed last night and then I got up this morning and it's just hair all over again. So I got to do it again today. It'd be nice if I could just attach the bag to the back of the dog so it has to catch all the hair that falls off. Kind of like the bag on the lawnmower that catches the clippings. It's just, I should invent something like that for the dog. An automatic combing system with a catch bag. You put it on her twice a year. Let's see, saying killing 2 birds with 1 stone came from a guy who once killed 2 birds with 1 stone. Seriously, is that it? It's that simple? There you go. We just learned something. That old hag better watch out for me today. First morning after time change, I'll fight over the. That's right. Get out those moves, man. Fight that hag off. Oh, Julie's day is shot. She's got 2 doctor's appointments. Well, she'll be sitting in the doctor's office all day. Oh my goodness. Good luck. I know. I hate it when they, you have mandatory. Oh, it's time for your yearly checkup. Yes. Okay, fine. And usually I luck out. I'm in and out, but I hate going to the doctors because your day's shot. They always want you to show up 30 minutes before the appointment, for paperwork. How much paperwork do they need? And then you sit there. And your appointment time comes and goes, and you sit there. And it's because they overbook people for the same time. And it really ticks me off because you've got other things to do besides sit there and wait for them. I remember one time my father-in-law, when him and my mother-in-law were live, and she had an appointment. She went to the office, and the appointment was at like 9:00. And they're sitting there, and they're sitting there. It was almost 2 hours. And finally, my father-in-law goes up to the desk. He goes, "Listen, my time is just as important as your time. The appointment was 2 hours ago, and we're still sitting here. Either you take my wife in now, or I'm out of here, and we're never coming back." He goes, "Because this is ridiculous." And I agree, you know? You don't wanna sit in there all damn day. Let's see, dog coats with small bristles inside to collect the hair. There you go. That's brilliant, Marie. And you look at my dog, and it looks like she's been through the war. Her ass end is mostly where it shows, where she loses clumps of hair, and you wouldn't even know it. It's like, where's this crap coming from? And it's all over. Tomorrow I have to drive 3.5 hours to see New Dolomite. See, and it sucks even more. Because you're out into a small town area and you've got to drive 3 hours, sit 3 hours, and then drive back home. So it's an all-day event. She lets me vacuum her sometimes, Julie. It depends on what mood she's in. I'm waiting for the daytime so I can call the well company. Uh-oh, what's going on? Well down? Busted pump? Can't be dry well. Too early in the season for dry well, right? And for me, I have a minimum of 3 to 4 hour round trip just to get to see, I feel sorry for you guys. There's just no way. Some of my injuries are due to work related, so it's under compensation. So the rheumatologist I was seeing took compensation. She was treating me. Well, then she decided not to take it anymore. So I had to find a new rheumatologist. Well, there's only 2 that we have here in the area, believe it or not. And neither one take the comp. Well, the closest one was in another town, about an hour or so away. And I called up. I said, no, I can't take that appointment. I can't have that doctor. Half the time, I don't even have a vehicle, because we only have one vehicle. And so my husband's going to have to lose a day's pay to take me an hour drive one way to see a doctor for 10 minutes and then drive back home. I said, no, it's not going to happen. I refuse. It's, but I know you guys don't have a choice. But I just, whatever. Then I just won't be treated. I had a kid that loved being vacuumed. She likes, and only when I do her butt. My dog's weird. She will kind of like circle around and let me vacuum her on her butt. Maybe it feels good. I don't know. But she doesn't stay long enough so I can get it all off. My son's girlfriend is dog groomer. She was supposed to come yesterday and couldn't make it. So she's coming today. And she'll take her out in the yard and she does that deep comb. So it gets the undercoat. And I'm not kidding. It's like she combs out a whole nother dog. But it's great because Athena loves it. It feels good because right now it's itchy because the hair is coming off. So we'll be taking care of that outside today. And then I usually leave the hair outside so the birds can collect it and use it for their nests. So it's a win-win. I always have my doctor phone me for my appointments. He's always saying, I will have to see you in person soon. I just say, yeah. I'm with you, Vicky. That's what I go, yeah. Or they catch you with, well, we're not going to refill your prescription unless you come in and be seen by the doctor. Why? I still look the same. Just send me the medicine. They just want our money, money that, we usually don't have. One doctor I had to stop seeing, the copay was $40. I think, are you kidding me? I'm lucky I got $5 in my pocket most of the time. and I got to save up $40 just to give it to you for you to look at me and say, yeah, everything's fine, and then go home. Not happening. Needless to say, I don't see that doctor anymore. Probably some component decided to die. Hopefully not the tank. Oh, yeah. It's usually something burns out in the pump. Hey, so my husband's cousin, she lives out in a rural area, and they have a well, and they went through like 3 pumps, and they couldn't figure out. They were burning out. So my husband went down because her husband doesn't know much about electricity. So my husband went down and checked it out. He says, well, for one thing, you've got the pump wiring going into inadequate wiring into the house. They didn't match up. So naturally, the pump was working twice as hard, and it would burn up. And we told him, you got to fix that wiring, or otherwise you're going to burn your house down. I really feel for you, Julie. I always wondered if you're okay. Don't want to pry, but just know that you're in my thoughts. Oh, it's lovely. Well, she's in all of our thoughts. And the majority of us here in chat know how she feels. It's when you have pain syndromes and pain issues like that, it sucks. It just sucks. And no matter what anybody says, and I know that they always, we mean well, but when you're living it, it just sucks. That's all you can say. Oh, your brother had a cat that loved the lint roller. Oh, that's funny. I used to have to put my dog out in the car when I vacuumed. Oh, she goes bananas when I vacuum, but when I aim the hose towards her, and then, yeah, she knows that I'm going to vacuum her. Otherwise, she chases me around the house. Oh, we're going on a field trip with Heather. She's taking us outside. I was seeing a doctor who charged $3,000 every 4 months. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Then I wonder why you don't go to the doctor. Well, gee, I don't know why you don't go. I had a dentist that told me once. Well, gee, how come you don't come that often? You want to get paid, right? He just looked at me. I come when I can afford it. Not all of us have dental insurance. It was just like medications. I was talking with Pinky about that the other day. The medication that I was on, the only one that worked, and they took it away from me because, God forbid that I had something that helped take the edge off the pain. That was $350 a bottle. And thank God the comp insurance covered it. But if I had to pay that out of pocket. But needless to say, like I said, they took me off of it. And then everything else they try to give me, I'm allergic to. So now I don't even have any pain medicine. I just have to suck it up. I can't believe how much you guys have to pay for healthcare. Marie, it's insane. It's insane. Yes, we are. We're doing laundry with Heather. And the problem is the insurance is expensive as well. So you've got, when my husband was working for the county, that was the best insurance we had. It covered everything. And thank God, because it's when we both had to go in and have a gallbladder surgery, it covered everything. We paid for nothing because it was costing us $400 a month in insurance premiums. That was just our half. The county would match it. So the insurance, if we paid it on our own, would have been $800 a month. Who the hell's got extra $800 every month? I mean, some people do, and God bless them, but oh, yeah. But it kind of evened out because he was making good money working for the county. So it was good. And then when you left, you could take the insurance with you. But I'm like, oh, We don't have $800 to pay the insurance. But it was the top of the line stuff. Like I said, we didn't have to pay for anything. So that was great. Monday Madness is now laundry day. Yeah. Monday wash day. That's yeah, I hope that she can find somebody better or cheaper. It's the problem is they know they can get away with it. Just like with dental care, they consider that a vanity thing, not a health wise, which is ridiculous. That's why you got a lot of people out in the world that don't have any teeth because, well, that's just vanity purposes. No, it's not. If you don't chew your food properly, it becomes a digestive issue. And I wish that they would see that, but they don't. And then that's why people have so many problems. But see, the dentist, like here, if we go here to the doctors here, you don't have the money, they'll still treat you, they just send you a bill. And then you have to pay for it on time. A dentist, if you don't have the money or the insurance, they don't have to treat you and they send you out the door. And you could have a mouthful of infection and they don't care. They want their money. Dentists can be real assholes. You do have some nice ones. I can't beat them all up, but there are some that are, it's the money and that's it. I've already had 3 surgeries this year. I had 3 last year. I may have a 4th, have to wait and see. I know it's rough. Oh, and see, Julie knows because Julie was in the medical field. So she knows what people go through. And I'm sure you're probably at the point now where you're thinking, God, when is it going to stop? Is it going to stop? That's why I'm always, an advocate for people trying to find alternative ways to treat ourselves because we are getting screwed. And they're not solving the problem. They just like to cut you up and fill you full of pills. Every morning I share a coffee meme with my coworkers today. It says, I'm not antisocial. I just need coffee first. There you go. You need that little bit of caffeine just to take the edge off. I had to give up on medical cannabis and all my insurances and not pay bills just to scrape $800 like I had. Ridiculous. I really don't understand why they don't have some health care. Yeah. You have 3 more surgeries planned for this year, Julie. Oh my God. That's just, oh my God. I come out and say, when are you guys going to get it right? I'm tired of hanging out here. And my question is, okay, you've had all of these surgeries going on. Has anything improved? That's the final answer. Has anything improved because of the surgeries? If not, then is it worth having them done? Or is it that I don't want to pry too much into what's, what they're for, but are they playing a game with you or just, some doctors are knife happy. They really are. And they just raking in the cash, and you're the one that's got to go through the stress and the trauma, and I'm sick of surgeries. Nothing helps. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All right, then that's where you got to sit back and think. And like I said, you've got a medical background, so is it worth it? Is it something that you could just say, no, I'm done? We're so lucky in Australia. We have Medicare. I have Medicare too. But there's limits to that as well. Good morning, sweet Betty. How are you? I hope you are well today. I've got one surgery that I have been waiting for 5 years. They said it would be done by now, but no. Oh. Yeah, I always tell them, all right, listen, you're not attacking me with nothing, no surgeries unless I know it needs to be done. I mean, I tried to get out of the gallbladder. That didn't work. Because we all know, I mean, even you, Julie, you know, anybody with a pain syndrome, it takes triple the time for us to recuperate because the pain is intensified because of the pain syndrome and it stinks. So you're like, yeah, I don't know. Waiting 5 years. You know, that's another thing. Okay. Well, if you could wait the 5 years, you might as well just forget it and not have it done. You've survived this long. It's good to see you too, Miss Betty. Are you going to have lovely weather today? We're going to be in the 60s. I'm excited. All the windows are getting opened up. So my husband was bitching last night. You got the damn windows open. I said, well, because I had them open during the day. If you're getting cold, close it. He could be such a crotchety old man at times. I'm thinking, you know, you're old before your time. Put a sweater on. He hates it when I say that. I get the dirty look. Put a sweater on. Oh, yeah, national insurance, but it's badly run. Yeah. Same here. So many rules, so much BS. Ugh. Well, you have to see this, like you're established with a doctor, and now the cheaper, well, the insurance plan that I was offered through Medicare was I didn't have to pay for anything, not even copays, which was great. Well, they changed things up. So then I had to switch to another one where I've got to pay them, you know, a payment, which I can't afford. So I owe them God knows how much money. But if I wanted to keep the free plan, I had to switch doctors. And I just got this new doctor. I like this doctor. He's right around the corner from me. I told him, no, I'm not changing. You're not going to keep bouncing me around from doctor to doctor because you guys change your plans. So whatever. Good morning, Wayne. How are you? They had referred me to a private, but I haven't heard anything. I had my pre-op again in November. I needed to have it done. My breast implant has moved and has been causing me pain. Oh, you haven't been able to wear a bra. My question is for you, Marie, because of course, I never looked this up. People that have implants, seeing that you put it out there that you've got one, is it so many years? You could have them only for so many years, and then you have to have them changed out? That's the question I want to know. Because don't they eventually start to break down and you have to have it changed? Or is that stupid? I don't know anything about that stuff. Because I always made the joke with my husband. I said, well, gee, I think I need to have mine filled up. Gravity's taken over. But I thought to myself, no, I wouldn't put that stuff in my body because then isn't it like they only last for so many years and then you got to have them changed? Or is that not a thing? And then my husband will break my balls about, you know, old and saggy. I go, well, you know what? That's what they're supposed to look like. I'm not 20. They ain't sitting up proud no more. The girls are headed south. Good morning, Keg. How are you driving home from work? Good for you. On our way home from the job. It's supposed to be 10 years, and I've had it in for 23. Yes, outer layer is degraded. Ah, okay. So that's what I thought. So every 10 years, you got to go in and have your boobs overhauled. Yikes. That's all right. I'll keep the saggy ones. I have had enough surgery since my accident. Anything related to my accident is free here. My primary care doctor costs $45 per visit. Iron infusions are $190. Yikes. That's right. Wayne's like, oh no, give me some coffee. They're talking about saggy boobs. Breast implants are not considered lifetime devices and often require replacement usually 10 to 20 years after initial surgery. Oh, well, thank you very much. Yeah, see, that's what I thought. Because you got to think, okay, it's a foreign substance. The body is continually attacking this substance. After a while, it's going to break down and you're going to have to, have it overhauled. So, yeah, we'll just keep the girls natural and they get in the way, we'll just throw them over our shoulders. That's all. Roll them up, put them in our pockets. She booped the like button. Yes, please boop the button. We got to make that a song. Boop the button. I don't mind saggy books. I've got a pair of my... He's got a pair himself. Wayne just throws them over his shoulder. Let's see, just one side implant. I had something wrong with my left breast when I was in my 20s and I totally understand. Yeah, if I had that same issue, I probably would have them replaced because then you feel funny when they're not there. So I get it. Yeah, medical, most definitely. So, but I know if I would have it done, then I would have to make sure I did a boob account so that after 10 years, you could afford to have them fixed. But yeah, if that's what you're waiting on, tell them, get their shit together. You are way overdue. Of course, they can't just do the one. They have to do both, right, Marie? Because they have to be symmetrical. You can't have one that's, perky and full and then the other one's kind of droopy, right? So you'd have to have both done. Just like when you have mine is free. Oh, okay. When you hear a lot of that when women have issues like with breast cancer and stuff like that, or it runs in the family. A lot of women have them removed before it happens and then have them replaced with the artificial. And I totally understand that because if I was in that situation, I would do it too. Feel me crack. Put washed out. Do you think I deserve another chocolate biscuit? Yes, you do. Have one for us. No, it's only one that needs to be replaced. I only have the one. Okay, but it doesn't throw off the look because you've got one that's brand new and then the natural. Because eventually, the natural one's going to start, doing its thing. My right boob is all mine. Yes. Good conversation because a lot of people don't know this information. So I always wondered, because you got the one that's brand new and it's riding high, and the other one is, of course, I don't know how old you are. So it's is the natural one still perky and in its place, or is it starting to go south like it does with us old ladies? They make them look the same. Oh, okay, okay. So I figured they had to do kind of an adjustment so that so they match. You don't want to be walking around and like, Marie, you got something going on there. Just, no, I'm standing on unlevel ground. It just looks that way. I mean, it's wonderful that we have this technology that we can do this. Because you remember the horror stories when they first come out with them, people being poisoned and it going really bad, and that was really scary. I do have a friend who has them because after she gave birth to her kids, her boobs kind of like shriveled up and disappeared on her. It was really weird. So she just kind of had them filled out. My boobs just hang around me, and I just hang around, swing to and fro. Like my husband, like I said, when he'll tease me about mine, drooping, I said, well, yeah, well, that ain't the only thing in this house that's drooping. So you better check out your own shorts, buddy. Then he gets all mad. Ain't nothing drooping. I said, well, then don't comment about mine. It is what it is. It's always time for another. Yeah, it's always time for another chocolate biscuit. Exactly. I don't have any. Shit. They make a silicone implant that will make it look like the same on the left as on the right one does. I have no breast tissue muscle in the left. Oh, I see. So yeah, they've got to fill all that in. Oh my goodness. So yeah, that's a bit of a surgery. And they've got you waiting, which is not good. Good morning, Jared. How are you? Yeah. I don't know if you want to hang out, Jared. We're talking about boobs. They make good knee warmers. Yeah, they do, Sage. Oh, boy. Jeez. And then you get those poor women that have huge, huge ones. Just imagine having to carry that around. My husband's cousin is very well endowed. Hers are like the size of watermelons. I kid you not. And she's always complaining about her back. I says, well, then have them reduced. They have that surgery. Well, it's because her husband likes it. I said, well, then tell your husband to carry them around. You canceled 5 or 7 times in the life. Now tell them, get their shit together. That's serious. When you've got, it's, the thing is deteriorating. You are way over your time. Big ones, small ones, and don't forget the bouncy ones. Yeah. God. By gum, does your belly touch your bum? Or do your tits gang low? Why tie them in a bow? Ancient Yorkshire. Yes, there is a whole song about that, and I forget what it is. Can you swing them to and fro? That's another. I can't remember it. And does it start out? Do your boobs hang low? Can you swing them to and fro? And that's all I remember. Mine are just D cups. Stuff them in your pocket, Sage. Jared's like, I love women. What man don't like a big boob? Come on. My husband and my son, both boob guys. Marie's got double D action going on there. I think my husband's cousin is an F or a G. I think that's what it is. Her bras cost over $100 a piece. That's a lot of stuff to hold on to. And I told her, boy, and that's why she don't have them reduced, and she has such backaches. I said, well, have the stuff removed, have them put into some bags, and hang them around your husband's neck. There you go. He can touch them anytime he wants. I've got a bunch of lovely coconuts. Big ones, small ones, ones as big as your head. Yeah. Sure, guys love them. It's because they don't have to carry it around. Sometimes I find it a nuisance. They get in the way. Especially, when you're doing I found that out like when I'm doing like construction work or like when I'm shooting bow. Shoot a compound bow and have it hit your boob. Boy, you know what pain is. Then you have crystal balls. Hers qualify to be another. Yeah. Good morning, Mark. How are you? Mark, see how the guys are all popping in? We're doing the boob talk. I usually spend upwards of 30 pounds per bra. Yeah, I know. We need to learn how to make our own. They're outrageous. And half the time, they don't even hold anything up. Sometimes big as average person's head. Oh my God. In high school, my girlfriend was a double D. Her boyfriend spent all his time staring at her chest. Oh man. I said, you better hope he never has to ID your face. He doesn't know what it looks like. Yeah. Unbelievable. Yeah, they definitely get in the way when I'm trying to shave my legs. Yeah, you just kind of got to shove them over to the side. It's ridiculous. Spent those over the shoulder holsters. Yeah, it's unbelievable when you got to take up a fund just to buy a bra. Just say the hell with it and just let them loose, girls. Burn the bra.
Priority 1 message coming in on secured channel.
Just burn the bras. Overrated. Hey, you don't see any of those chicks in the Amazon wearing a bra. They manage. But then again, yeah, they get in the way. So if you're doing any kind of manual labor, you got to worry about it getting caught in something. Which is not a good time. Like I said, that time I was doing a 3D shoot with the bow and I was in a deer stand and I had it positioned wrong and I pulled back that string and let it loose. Oh, hit my boob. I thought I was going to die. It's like, oh my God, that's pain. Yeah, you only do that once. Of course, then you have like the generous husband that's always willing to hold them up for you. My husband used to say that all the time. Well, don't worry, I'll hold them up for you. Yeah, sure you will. Mine grew when I gained weight. Luckily, I still have some bras in the right size from a time I was still trying to find the right size. I don't think we ever have the right size. They just don't fit right. I mean, we have places here where they will fit you to a bra, but you're going to be paying right through the ass for them. Now, see, I'm sure that, Wayne, you do that, right? You tell Donna, don't worry about the bra. I will help you. I will support you. Yeah, I've had that. Remember? Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, with double D's, I'm sure. Oh, don't worry about it. I'll help you. I'll help you out. Thanks. They are instruments of torture. It's great to take mine off at the end of the day. It is. Isn't it like the best thing? You're like, oh, God, thank you. I had a bra fitting for free. Yeah, they do that here. Mark says, I can't say I know much about bras. But I'm sure you know a lot about what goes in them. Unless I put it on my head and pretend to be a jet fighter. Yeah. Or you put them on in the winter, use them as earmuffs. I only wear bras when I'm doing something. So as soon as I get home, I rip them off. Yeah, it's just. And then you got people that wear them all the time. I know people that sleep in them. I'm just like, that's not good. You're not supposed to sleep in them. Donna needs a bra. Believe me, if she knelt down, she'd never get back up. Oh, jeez. Did you hear that, Donna? Poor thing would fall over front ways and Wayne'd have to help her get up. Yeah, well, Wayne's got both hands out. Yeah, I got you, honey. Pretty morning, fog bank to the north and the sunrise to the east. Lovely. That is pretty when you get the sunrise and then the fog. It's just great. Oh, if you put them on the front of your eyes, you could play the fly. There you go, Mark. Next costume for one of your shows. Guess what I am? If I know a courier is going to deliver parcels, I make sure I have a bra on. Oh, yeah. Because you know they're going to notice. Oops. Yeah, see? She heard. I see. I'm telling you. She heard. She knows. You get him, Donna. You get him. Wayne's going in the corner. Time up for Wayne. We hear everything, Wayne. You should know that. Everything is heard. That's funny. She did hear that. There's just some days where you just don't want to wear it. You just get dressed and do your thing. Oh, there's it, Laura. Men, you can't live with them. You can't live without them, dog. I was freezing. I told you, you get them. Oh, God. But he's the first one there to save you, isn't he, Donna? He scoops you right up. Here, honey, let me help lift those up for you. You bad boy. Yeah, I do. But when us men ask you something, you can't hear a thing. Oh, come on. I always tell my husband he has selective hearing, even though he's hard of hearing. It's selective hearing. Usually, when I say, gee, could you do this for me? And nothing. Dinner's ready in the kitchen. So, yeah, see, we Jim. Sun is up. Sage gets another day. Yeah, right. I think it's only supposed to be partly cloudy today, so we might get a little bit of sunshine. Got my fingers crossed. I definitely need some sunshine. Typical man helping out just to get a handful. Yeah, there you go. That's right. Just to get a handful. Yeah, did someone say dinner? I don't know, Wayne. It looks like you're going to be having bread and water later. Back to the basement. I'm so happy with the women that I started wearing bras less and less. Now I feel less pressure to wear them when I only have to grocery. Yeah, yeah. Well, no, it's normal. I always put one on, but yeah, can't wait to get it off. Especially when I used to wear the underwires. Oh, awful. I'm hard of hearing, and that's great for exercising selective hearing. Yeah, that's what my husband does. His father was the same way. I said, if you're whispering in the kitchen, his father would hear it. I said, the radar ear would come out. I said, but if you're talking loud and you want, when it involved like manual stuff, like the honey to-do list. What? I didn't hear you. Yeah, you didn't hear me. Who you shouldn't. Is that what that buzzing noise is when men speak? I just thought it was a bee, hon. Wayne's talking and all Donna hears is Did you say something? I'm so sorry. I didn't hear you. What did you say? My husband has a tendency to mumble. And I'm always, doing something there's noise on that. That's what I hear. And I'll hear one word. And I'll say, what? And then he gets mad. I said, I didn't hear you. Like I had the water running or, I'm vacuuming. Sorry, I didn't hear you. Or speak up. But I have to speak loud with him because he can't hear. She's behind you. She's always lurking, always waiting and listening. And we're doing well, Donna. We hope we know you're doing great. We don't know how Wayne's going to turn out later. Watch what you say, Wayne. And Jenny says, sorry, I can't stand long-winded conversations, right? Just spit it out, get it over with, and move along. Sorry, my brain hasn't woke up yet, and my body is still in bed. Okay. He's gonna go with that one. He's going with that one, Donna. She knows better. It's not gonna work, Wayne. Pinky wants Kitty wants love, Pinky. Buy Laura's junk for your trunk. Oh, yeah. That would be great. Yeah, help me get rid of some of the junk in my trunk, guys. It's loaded. I got lots of junk in my trunk. Snuggle a Stark for me. Well, apparently he likes my voice, Pinky says. He shows up when I'm talking. And of course, Athena just parked herself in front of the studio door. I heard her. I don't dare let her in because then forget it. She'll be all over me. And then you guys will hear her grunting because I'm not paying attention to her. He loves the cuddle. Yeah, don't they all? But only on their terms. That's the thing about cats. It's like, well, I'm not feeling it now. Leave me alone. But then, like, when you're right in the middle of something, that's when they show up. That's Athena too. She'll be doing her thing, and then I'll start painting something like very intricate on the miniature or something, and then she'll come up and nudge my arm, and it's the arm with the paintbrush in it naturally, and yeah, you know what happens then? He does like my voice. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Actually, she was doing it last night. I was trying to do some trim on the miniature, and she comes in and hits me, nudges my arm with her nose. I'm like, oh, Athena, thanks. Now I got to fix it. Athena knows you're seeing other cats on the side. Oh, God, I know. Laura, did you work on the side? No, I haven't, Wayne. I was thinking about that yesterday. I'm thinking, God, I got to do the video for that. I'm behind on stuff as usual. And of course, it was the last couple of days there that I wasn't feeling well, so I didn't get much done. I'll get to it eventually. I promise. I promise I will. I got to listen to it again so I know what I want to put with it. Because I want to, I want it to go together. So it's, I'll figure it out. I mean, you know how that is, Wayne. You got like, what, 10, 20 songs that you got on the list, and you haven't finished them yet. We know how it is. Hey, how's it going, TARDIS? Hi, just popped in for a few minutes. Want to help with the numbers before I my peeps. Oh, okay. We appreciate that. We were talking about boobs and bras, and Wayne's getting in trouble. Always love it when everybody pops in to come to hang out. Just thought I will get Crystal to sort Wayne out. She always likes to chain him up in the cellar. That's right. So I'm saying he's going to be chained up in the cellar. They're going to toss him some bread and water. That's what's on the list, Wayne. You're on the shit list. Laura, first take your... Yeah, I know. Leanne, it was bad. I forgot to take them yesterday. I'll take them when I get off. I don't know what the hell happened yesterday. I got distracted by something, and yep, just went on my way. Which is really bad. I shouldn't forget them, but I do. I'm just not a med person. That's the problem. And I don't make it a priority. And unfortunately, it's high blood pressure pills. I should be taking them. Gee, why would I have high blood pressure? Maybe because I'm stressed out all the time. I think I have between 35 to 40 songs to upload. Too many for Donna to edit, unfortunately. Bless her, busy booby. Yeah, boobies. Oh my God. Yeah, see, so you know what I'm talking about. Donna, and Donna's got all that work. What are you paying her, Wayne? Are you paying her in biscuits? You need a raise. Donna. Must I message you daily? Jeez, I know. I know. Yeah. Probably. I've got at least 50 things going on in my head at once. Always multitasking, and the last thing I'm thinking about is taking 4 pills in the morning. I know. It's just bad. Do you get me started? Do you get me started about boobs? Mine have been trouble since my late teens, droopy and pain from placed veins, and I blame the parents. Oh, jeez. Oh, you're paying for her You're paying her in cigarettes. You need a raise, man. Paying her. Of course, cigarettes are expensive. Hopefully, there'll be one going up in the next few days. Definitely, yeah, you need a raise. Oh, Monday computer crap. Geez, Sage, I know there's always something. You never know what's going to happen when you turn the damn things on. The pieces, I take a lot of pills every day. I used to too, and I said, I'm done. I'm just done. It was no joke. I was like, oh my God, you have a whole table filled with bottles. I'm thinking, oh, this sucks. And of course, all the stuff that I'm supposed to take I'm allergic to, so I can't take it. So now I'm just down to the blood pressure pills and Tylenol. It's the only thing I could take without having a problem. And allergy pills, I'm good with that. But I got to the point where I was telling the doctor, good Lord, I said, when I walk around, I sound like a maraca. All those pills rattling around. Last thing I wanted to turn into one of those old ladies that, start their day with, a bucket full of pills. One defo going up on Sunday unless you can magic one up before then. Yeah, you better not put any demands on her, Wayne. She'll hold your stuff ransom. Oh, Stark got his lovin', so he's good. Oh, see, there you go. She said, really? And that's exactly how she's saying it too. Really? I'll remember that the next time I feed you, I might slip something in there you won't wake up from, love. Just slide in a little X-Lax. Give poor Wayne the trots. He'll be like, I don't understand what's wrong. I gotta go to the bathroom. Get out of the way. I'll joke around, tell my husband that too. Just remember, I'm the one who makes your food. So you better check that attitude. Of course, all I got to say is, yeah, keep it up. You can just cook for yourself. That really shuts it right up. Just for, yeah, I that's it. 4 pills. Because I've refused, Pinky. That's why I suffer the way I do, because I just refuse. Either I can't take it because I'm allergic to it, or it makes me sick, or it doesn't do a damn thing. I'm taking pills for nothing. Oh, it's gonna help with the pain. No. Yeah, so I got to the point where I said, enough is enough. Do more than give him the trots. Yeah. Oh God, Wayne. Run while you can. I really thought the deer going down that road. Are we? Just remember, it's your birthday. Oh, now that's just dirty pool, Wayne. That's dirty pool. It's her birthday soon. You could treat her like a queen. It's all right. I can hold off on my birthday. I'm not in a big hurry for mine, because then that means the summer's almost over. So we can wait on that one. And then it just makes me a year closer to the big number. Still need to check out your new song, Pinky. I'll have to look tonight. You're going to bribe me with my birthday because it's April Fool's. Dirty play. Got my eye on you. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Be on guard. I put laxative in my husband's breakfast for April Fool once. Poor man shit himself at work. Oopsie. Oh God, Pinky. Oh, jeez. Sorry, honey. My bad. I had a pain pump in my back in October. It has not helped me at all. If I could talk people out of any kind of back, I plead don't. Yeah, they wanted to do that to me. I told them no. No, 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 no. Her birthday falls on April Fool's, so we have to prank her. Oh no. Oh no. Take a woman's vacation. Run, Donna. The drama unfolding here. Yeah. Oh no. Not good. I know they must suck, man. April Fool's birthday. God knows what everybody does to her. I'd be waiting for it. I just would. The wise asses that I got in my family, God knows what they would do to me if I had an April Fool's birthday. But not for nothing. I would do the same thing. Just because it's funny. Yeah, just promise not to make her shit herself, Wayne. You're right, Pinky. Well, what she's always got to prep herself, probably. So she won't only eats what she makes. She has everything checked. She's gonna have to lurk around every corner to see what's jumping out at her. Don't believe anything they tell you. It's a day of insanity. Pinky, I wouldn't do that. Whoa, yeah, sure, Wayne. His little horns are popping out. Nothing unless he wants rolling pin where the sun don't shine. Ooh, oh, sideways too. That's rough. Ouch. You would definitely have a problem sitting down after that. I stay in bed until dinner time. It's safer that yeah, it's safer that way. I'm not going to comment because I don't want to give him any ideas. Oh my God. I would be on guard all day long. Cling film on the toilet, sticky tape on the doorways. Oh, jeez. Pinky, you're causing trouble. Excuse me. Ouch. I just, oh, thank you, Vicky. Yay. Look at all of that lovely green. Thank you so much, Vicky. Such a rock star. Vicky loves me. She really does. I love you too, Vicky. You're fantastic. Uh-oh. Yeah, I have plenty of ideas, believe me. Oh no, that's it. You have to leave for the day. That's what you gotta do. You gotta leave for the day, Donna. Don't come back till the next morning. Oh boy. Now it just we're gonna have to wait and see what he does. Super glue on the toilet seat. Oh no, no, no. Gotta go. School run to do. See you all later. Okay, Miss Donna. You be safe out there. So he says, Laura, I know. He's just talking trash. He's going to love you up. I'm sure it'll be a lovely birthday. But he's going to have to slide one in now just to save his rep. Laura, I love your lives. Oh, I'm glad, Vicky. I'm glad that you guys do. I enjoy them. I have a good time. I hope everybody has a good time. And I always stress out the one on Sunday because, like I said, the camera sucks. I gotta do some research on a different kind of camera that I can get for better close-ups, so you guys can see the details better. Because I know I'm looking at it, it's like blurry, and it's not good. I have to ask around everybody and see what they use or what they recommend. Oh, Miss Betty's leaving us. Okay, Miss Betty, you have a great day. As always, thank you for coming and hanging out with us. I really appreciate it. And hopefully we brought a smile to your face this morning. So yeah, everybody that got the gifted membership, please remember to say thank you to the lovely Vicky. She's so generous. I'm hoping for some good things this year for the channel. So hopefully you guys will all stick around. Stick around and see what happens. Hopefully I can get some good stuff. I'm excited about the new cemeteries that I've discovered, and hopefully I would love to get some more EVPs and stuff from the new cemeteries. That would be awesome. And with the numbers thing, I'm hoping, I don't know, I'm hoping it's over with soon. They keep jumping up and down. I don't know yet still. So God, I mean, just hopefully nobody else ever has to deal with the sub-botting thing. It was just a nightmare that's not ending. And I just have to keep watching it up and down, up and down. Because it's pretty much screwed me over as far as the monetization thing goes. Because I don't know what's real and what's not. But I think I'm closer to my mark than I was before that they gave me this wonderful gift. So I've just got to hold on and wait and see what happens. I've just ordered some new bras, 40E cost double D. It was just slightly spilling over. Oh, geez. I know we all dread having to do that because you're like, what's it going to cost? Always look for the sales. That's what I do. Who's got them on sale? I'm sticking with you because you're made out of glue. Oh, yay. Well, at least I have you guys. You know what I mean? That's all right with me. And hopefully we will grow and it'll be in a good direction. I'm hoping. And we keep it the way it is, drama free, and which is really difficult on YouTube. But my wonderful mods take action when need to, so it's great. I still think, hello, Mr. Prism. Hi. I still think the person that did that didn't have bad intent. It costs a lot of money, and they even use less obvious option. Yeah, I think it was done. Yeah, it was supposed to be for a good intention, and it kind of backfired. Unfortunately, yeah, it's causing me issues because now I don't know what my real numbers are. unless I go digging through, and then I'm seeing, I think I'm actually at the 1,000 point, I think, because it keeps bouncing every day. It's up and down by a couple of hundred. So I'm hoping that it runs its course. I'm going to wait and see to the end of the month, because I can't go forward with full monetization until I know what my true numbers are, because I don't want to get in any kind of trouble, So that's where the problem is. So yeah, I don't think that they did it to be cruel. It was just they thought they were helping. Unfortunately, fraudulent subs don't help anybody, because that's pretty much what it is. And I don't understand why it's allowed. Why are they, maybe they don't know how to work that bit out yet, where they can prevent something like that. Because all of us, we want to earn our subs the right way, through what we do. And it shows that, and that's how you know if you're doing something that somebody likes, because then you gain a bigger audience. And it's when they do this, it's now, okay, where am I? I'm in limbo. Yeah, right. Subscriber purgatory, because I don't know. I can't move forward until I know if it's legit. So that holds up, the growth and the progression of my channel. So it is what it is. And then, it hurts the bottom line, which is, income. Because that's, when you get to the full monetization, then you get income from, YouTube that helps me keep the channel going. Well, if I can't achieve that because of falsified subscribers, then, it hurts the bottom line, because then you can't buy equipment that you need or programs that you need. And it's just a vicious cycle. So hopefully it filters itself out soon, to when it stays steady, then I know that what I have is what I have. Until then, yep, limbo. I'm in limbo. Just sad state of things, limbo. But it is what it is. What are you going to do, right? That really does suck. Yeah, it does. Because like I said, I don't know what to do. So I'm in limbo. I'm just waiting, and keep watching the numbers and checking the analytics. And well, hello there, sugar baby. Good afternoon, Ryan. How are you? But I was reassured, by people that YouTube will work it out. It just takes time. So I figured after 30 days, I mean, come on, it should be back to normal. I hope it's back to normal. And then I'll know where I am as far as honest and real subscribers stand. Yes, thank you to my mods for posting all of the links, so everybody knows where to find everybody. Yeah, it makes my day. Hello, sugar mama. Oh, Julie's got to go. All righty, Dolly. So like I said, I don't think the person had an evil intent. I just think they thought they were helping me out. I was a bit angry when it first happened, because I'm thinking, great, they just screwed me over. All this hard work after 2 years, and I'm getting screwed over. But then I was told that no, it doesn't affect my channel, because they know that it wasn't me that purchased them. Well, hello, Reach Beyond. Welcome in. So I just have to, like I said, I'm just in subscriber limbo and everything else, because when you get to the 1,000, then you become fully monetized. So then it helps bring in income, and now I'm stuck. There's Pinky. Can I choose? You could choose a sugar baby, sure. Who are you going to pick? Ryan's a fun sugar baby. How you feeling, Ryan? I hope you're feeling good. Did they get that all straightened out for you for your upcoming surgery? I hope so. I know I would be pissed because you're all, amped up, ready to go and get it done. And it's like somebody pulled the rug out. That's how I felt with the subscriber subbot thing. Like somebody pulled the rug out from under me. I'm thinking, oh, you got to be kidding. So it's very disheartening. We are still live tonight, guys, at 9. Beardo is live before us, but we still can. Oh, okay. Beardo. Blame it on Beardo. Maybe a certain Jimmy. He could be my sugar baby if he wants to. Put it out there. Who doesn't love a Jimmy, right? No, not yet. I haven't heard anything about it yet. Oh, God. You keep on them. You just keep right on them. When you become such a big pain in their ass, they're going to say, fine, we're going to, not for nothing. You had already had a scheduled appointment, and they're the ones that changed it. So you should be first in line for the first opening. I mean, that's just fair. That's, the way that we do it. The things are done here. But you just keep calling and keep driving them nuts. But yes, always looking forward to Bristol's lives. You guys are so funny. If anybody's in a bad mood or feeling low or depressed, just go hang out. Go hang out in that chat. And the gang over there will raise your spirits. Now, see, I was feeling a little down and out this morning, and now I'm feeling great. That's because of you guys. It's always nice to forget about life's woes just for a little while. And it also sets the precedence for the day. I mean, if you start out feeling kind of crappy and you have a great show, a great chat, and then the rest of the day is great. I think they will make me wait now until April. I don't know. If it was me, I'd be on there giving some hell. I can imagine Justin going overtime tonight. Beardo is live on Wednesdays. No, not Tuesdays anymore. Oh, is he switched? Yeah, I don't know the schedules. I just wait for it to pop up and then I join in. Buddy waiting game. They said it's because breast cancer patients take precedence. Yeah, Marie, that's the problem. So you've got to wait. I'd still be on them about it. Though. Because when you don't take control of your medical care and get on their ass, they'll just make you sit there and wait. They really don't care. So that's why you got to get on them to say, hey, I don't mean to be an asshole, but I need to get this done. You have a life. You've got things scheduled, things to do, and you're held again like in a limbo, waiting. Oh, by the way, we're going to schedule it for then, and then you had plans for something else, and then you got to rearrange your entire schedule because now they can squeeze you in, and that's infuriating. And it's the last thing he wants to deal with in the summer months. You know what I mean? It's getting to be nice out. You guys want to go away. You want to do investigations. You want to take the family somewhere, hang out with your kids and do things. And now they're going to hold you up, drag you in there. And then, you've got 3 months of recovery time. There goes your whole summer. But, no sweat off their ass, right? They don't care. What really doesn't help is that the pain is really getting worse and making me feel a bit low at the moment. Oh, I'm sending you kisses. I'm so sorry. Yeah, well, you gotta take it easy, Ryan. Do the best you can. Just chillax, man, chillax. And then cancel less than 16 hours before the operation again. Yeah, that's what they do, and that's not funny. I get it, shit happens, but we're held at the mercy of their schedules and what's going on, and again, like with Ryan, it's the pain's getting worse. You gotta have Squidward just rub your bum a little bit, make it happy. You're too far away, so I can't come over and give you a little pat. So I have to do pat by proxy. Squidward's gonna have to do it for me. I'm sure she won't mind. That's right. You'll survive. Just remind yourself, don't overdo, do what you can to bring yourself any kind of comfort. I had my accident just before the summer of 2019. Oh, boy. Yeah, I had a spine injury and surgery. Yeah, it's not fun. And I know the kind of surgery he's having done. My uncle had it done, and it's long. It's painful. And I don't say that just to freak you out, Ryan, but hopefully it will serve the purpose. Same like with Sean. Sean's got to have the stuff done. It's not fun, and there's no guarantees. I won't put cream in my pasta sauce. It smells like the whole cow. Oh, okay. That doesn't sound pleasant. It smells like the whole cow. But we're with you, Ryan. We're there to support you. Anyway, it's not going to stop me. I'll just push through it, I guess. To the best of your ability. Long-term pain can cause depression. Take care of hot water bottles and the gastro stuff to help with tummy troubles. Oh, look, Leanne called you Love Muffin. We're all getting a little mushy with Ryan. Yes, Heather. Yes, it does. Long-term pain causes depression, because that's the first question they ask you when I go in. Every time I go in the doctor, you've been having any bouts of depression? Well, yeah, a little bit. But then I tell myself, put on your big girl panties and suck it up. I mean, I'm glad that I'm able to do that, because a lot of people can't. And depression can get the better of them. But I refuse to give into it. But it happens. Like I said, this morning I woke up that way, and no, I'm good. I'm good now. Have a Dr. Pepper for me. There you go. I love a Dr. Pepper. I'm surprised he doesn't bounce off the wall. You guys drink a lot. I have one Dr. Pepper. And do you know that that's one of the most high sugared sodas is Dr. Pepper? That and Mountain Dew. You might as well just suck the sugar jar when you're having a Mountain Dew. He's going to have a Dr. Pepper just for you tonight, Sage. So you got to be in there when he gives you a cheers with the can of Dr. Pepper. All right, Marie's going to go lurk. Actually, yeah, it's actually time to call it a day, guys. Oh, thank you, Sage. She gifted. Who got it? Tony Baloney got it. Tony Baloney, yeah. Laura, are you loaning Ryan your panties again? Well, if he wants to use them, you know. I'm a giver when I have it to give. Let's get a little rock star in there for Sage. Woohoo! Thank you, little rock star for you. And hopefully Tony Baloney, that's freaking hilarious. We'll we'll remember to say thank you to you, Sage. Okay, guys, we are past the 2-hour mark, and it is Monday, and I know some of you's got to go to work. Some of you are ending your work day. Some are just hanging like we do. Let's see. Okay, it's okay. Big girl panties are large enough to handle. Yeah, that's pretty much. You got to put the big girl panties on. If I didn't, I wouldn't even survive. Massive love to you all, Laura. Nice talking. You got to pick up the kids. Peace out. We will see you tonight, Ryan. Take it easy. Say hello to everybody. Big kisses sending it your way, Ryan. Be a good boy. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. I appreciate your support. You know how much I love all you guys. My mods are awesome. You guys are great. I want everybody to have a great day. Hello, James. And we're just ending the show. Oh, no. But that's okay. You'll catch us on the next time around. Oh, my goodness. That's right. Yeah, I forget. Poor Vicky's in the future, man. 2 a.m. I can actually say this time around at 2 a.m. I was sleeping. Normally I'm up. So I really appreciate it that you stay up just to hang out with us, Vicky. You're a wonderful, wonderful lady. I can never say thank you enough. But until then, guys, you have a great day. We'll see each other over at Bristol tonight. So until then, guys, have a wonderful, wonderful day. Catch a nap, Vicky. And we will see all of you later. Have a good one, guys.